So, this Sunday we have WWE Backlash, which is a quote unquote co branding of both the Raw and SmackDown brands into one pay per view. So, anyway, we're going to go over a few of these matches here and I'm going to give you my predictions. I have to say, I'm not the best at these things. I usually get about half right. So, let's see how it goes. So the first match I'm gonna guess that's gonna happen is gonna be the Intercontinental match between uh, Seth freaking Rollins and The Miz. And so we had an awesome match at the Greatest Royal Rumble about a week ago, and Seth Rollins was able to pull out the win, and it was an excellent match. I say between these two, we will probably see a decent match between the two. It'll probably go about 10, 15 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to see the championship change here. I think Seth Rollins will keep it here, and I might even see we might even see an interference from Finn Balor here. But in the end, Seth Rollins is going to walk away with the championship. And up next, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship between Carmella and Charlotte Flair. This is going to be an interesting match because Charlotte Flair is obviously, the daughter of Ric Flair and an excellent performer. And Carmella, not so much. She's just okay. She can go out there and throw a decent few punches and a few kicks, but she's just not on that level as Charlotte Flair and some of the other women's wrestlers. So this is going to be a match where Charlotte is really going to have to carry Carmella. I don't expect Carmella to lose here. She just won it over a couple of weeks ago. I think she'll find a way to get out of it. One of the other teams will come and help her out. Probably the team that used to have Paige involved, the Absolution, I believe. They'll probably come out and help Carmella, but I don't think a championship's going to change here either. So next is going to be an interesting tag team match between Braun Strowman, uh, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Bobby Lashley. And I have to say, I'm not really looking forward to this too much. Braun Strowman is obviously a freak of nature and can do some fun spots. Lately, he's been running around the ring, mauling over both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and those are fun to watch. And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they're just spectacular wrestlers. Even though their size is not as big as the other guys, but they make for entertaining matches. Bobby Lashley, I have to admit, I have never been much of a fan over the past, ever since 10, 15 years ago, even to now. I don't think I've even heard him talk since he's come back. But so far, I mean, his matches have been short and sweet, and got an awesome physique, but he just doesn't do anything for me. But in the end, I think Braun Strowman and Lashley are going to win. So it's going to be a pretty basic match, and I'll be more excited to see the next one. So next we have for the U.S. Championship between Jeff Hardy and Randy the Viper Orton, and it was an interesting match on SmackDown this week where both Jeff and Randy were on a tag team match on the same team, and they defeated the other team. I forget who it was off the top of my head, but after they won, Randy did the RKO on Jeff Hardy. I don't think anybody wasn't expecting that because that's kind of his thing is to do it to everybody now. But this is going to be an interesting match. I think this is going to be a better match than Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal last week at the Greatest Royal Rumble. I think these two guys have styles that are very similar and very complementary, and it's going to be a match that's going to take the most out of both of these guys. It's going to be a very, very fun and very, very exciting match. In the end, I do kind of see Randy Orton winning this one. It may not happen, but I could easily see Randy Orton taking this away, and then Jeff Hardy invoking his rematch clause at this upcoming SmackDown or the next pay per view. So, but yeah, this is going to be one of the top matches of the night. So, apologize. The next one will be for Nia Jax against Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. And I don't see this one lasting too long without some type of interference or cheating from Alexa Bliss's side or some type of cheap shot or something. Nia Jax is just way too big and too powerful for Alexa Bliss. She's twice her size in height and three times her size, otherwise. And she could basically toss her around like a rag doll. So unless there's some type of interference, this is going to be a basic squash match where Nia Jax wins. So this will be a bathroom break for everybody. So watch it if you will. I enjoy both of them as performers and their individual things. I have been enjoying the vignettes with Alexa Bliss, kind of talking about how Nia Jax would bully her at Disneyland and Disney World and all these Renaissance fairs and everything. Those have been very fun and entertaining. But in the end of the match, I don't think it's going to be anything worthwhile. So, watch it if you will. So, what I've said could be the match of the night for the past few pay per views from WrestleMania to the Greatest Royal Rumble to even this one is for the SmackDown Championship between the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, versus the artist, Shinsuke Nakamura, two of my favorite performers today. And once again, these two have the talent and the ability to tear down the house. And I really, really hope that the folks behind the curtains at WWE will let these guys do what they do best. So far, their little, back and forth thing hasn't been as entertaining as I think it should be. And I think the whole having Shinsuke Nakamura rely on these low blows that almost look cartoonish and comical is get to a point of unnecessary. But I really, really like that they're creating a rivalry and animosity between the two. And I think it's something, where they're creating Shinsuke to be a decent heel. And I hope that this match just follows through on what we both know these guys can do. I've seen them both have excellent matches with other people. I've seen AJ Styles make um, Brock Lesnar look good. I saw Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn a few years ago on an NXT match, and that thing was for the ages. And it was the first time I ever saw Shinsuke Nakamura in a match, and he could be very, very good. So, and I've heard that these two guys, have performed years ago and very, very well done matches. So I'm really hoping that these guys will put something together that will be special for tonight for Backlash. So anyway, in the end, I still don't see Shinsuke winning. I see AJ Styles holding on at least for a little while longer, maybe until SummerSlam. That's quite a far ways away because it's May and SummerSlam is a few months away. But anyway, I don't see Shinsuke winning just yet. He'll get it eventually, but not this time. So, a match that I'm actually not very excited for, and that's the return of Daniel Bryan versus the return of Big Cass. Both of these guys have had serious injuries. Big Cass came back after a few months, and for Daniel Bryan, it's actually been 3 years where he actually had to retire, and then he finally got medically cleared to wrestle. And so, of course, everybody's going to be rooting for Daniel Bryan here. And I honestly think that either Daniel Bryan will win or Big Cass will find a way to cheat and win or lose by disqualification. But, in the end, he's still standing up while Daniel Bryan's on the ground. Um, but as far as the match goes, I do not think this will be a decent match simply because of two reasons. One, Daniel Bryan is a 10 times better wrestler than Big Cass. And for a man his size, in order to carry Big Cass is going to be a phenomenal task. And secondly, Big Cass has just got to be able to work on some more moves and some more fundamentals. If you've watched Big Cass ever since NXT, he pretty much does three moves. Actually, four. He does a clothesline, a shoulder block, a big elbow, and a giant boot. That's it. I mean, I don't think I've seen anything else from him in any of his matches back when he was with Enzo Amore. So, unless he plans on having a 20-minute match doing just those four moves, it's going to be an incredibly boring match, and I'm not going to be excited about it at all. Maybe he can find a few more moves in his repertoire, But this is going to be definitely one where Daniel Bryan is going to have to carry this match. So anyway, like I said, um, maybe Big Cass will win, but it'll be some type of count out or disqualification. Or what I mean is Daniel Bryan will win, but Daniel Bryan will win by disqualification. By that way, it won't be a pinfall. So the headliner and what is potentially going to be the match of the night is going to be Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. And actually, I am really excited about this match simply because this was something that kind of came out of the blue before the Greatest Royal Rumble. But Samoa Joe has come back from injury and has put out some of the best promos against Roman Reigns for a guy who really has no reason to have anything against him, but he's come out and said, Roman Reigns, you suck, and I'm going to come out and kick your ass. And Roman Reigns, says, come on, come on, come on. But both of these guys are incredibly talented, can put on a very decent match for 30, 40 minutes. And it could be balls to the walls, nail biter, uh, to take a word away from Jim Ross, a slobber knocker, and this could be a whole lot of fun. This could be a devastating match, both in the ring, both outside the ring. They can have definitely some huge spots, um, and I don't think it's anything that the crowd is not going to appreciate. Like I said, this has the potential of being the match of the night outside of the AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura match, as well as the Seth Rollins, The Miz match. This one has the potential of almost being, I won't say match of the year because um, there are just better performers out there. But this could still be a great match, one that people will talk about at least for the next week or so. So anyway, in the end, I think Samoa Joe, and I'll give my props to Samoa Joe. I would like to see him win. Because he's been well deserving. He's put on some decent matches, only to come on the short end of the stick several times in the past. I think it's his time. I think he can get a win here, and now that he's on SmackDown, he can get some other wins against some folks, and he should actually have the championship either sometime this year or early next year, and he could hold onto it for quite a while. So that's it for me. I say Samoa Joe's going to take that. Okay, so those are my predictions for WWE Backlash 2018. What are your thoughts? Do you think my predictions are on point, or do you think I'm all wrong? Post it in the comments below. In fact, what are your predictions for the WWE Backlash that's tomorrow evening on the WWE Network? I would like to hear your thoughts, so post it in the comments below. If you like this prediction video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to hear more of my ramblings and ravings when it comes to TVs, movies, video games, live streams, or just about anything else that comes to mind, you can also hit that subscribe button. You can hit those notification buttons, and YouTube will let you know sometimes. And you can also follow me on Twitter. Anyway, that's it for me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.